What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This week we are talking about the Skala 38 by Gossamer Gear. So I know I just made a pack video on the Kumo by Gossamer Gear, and I was like, that's the pack I'm going to use all year. Right when that happened, the Skala had actually came out, and my birthday had just recently happened, and I was not planning on buying it, even though when I saw that pack, I knew this is the pack for me. Luckily, my family pitched in, and they all got me the Skala for my birthday. So sadly, the Kumo has been put on the shelf. Also a stupid cool pack, but the Skala is everything. It's fully loaded and fully featured. As most of you probably already know, the Skala is a frameless pack. There is no frame in it. So off the bat, this might not be the pack for you just for that reason alone, especially when a lot of packs come with a frame for maybe like 5 to 10 more ounces. So if that's a deal breaker for you, maybe don't get this pack. But for those of you who are heavily into frameless packs like myself, I've decided this year that I'm only going to use my Skala for the entire year. I've taken it on 3 trips already, and this thing is a beast. It's super water resistant too. It got soaking wet and the water didn't bleed through, so to me that's a big win already as well. So the pack body itself for the Skala only weighs around 14.5 ounces. It's quite durable for that weight. Typically you would assume it's not, but if you keep the hip belt straps on, which I do recommend. They're not exactly a real hip belt, but it's nice to have a little more protection. I like to feel like I'm being held a little bit when I'm backpacking. The pack comes in at just under 20 ounces or right around 20 ounces. Their big hit for me is that this pack is a roll top. I got a lot of heat from my friends because I got the Kumo that was not roll top. So every time we took it out, I got the jokes of it's not a roll top, it's not good enough. So that was a big win for me as well. This pack is a 30-liter pack. It's about 30 liters, maybe a little less inside the actual pack. Obviously, the name is 38. The 38 comes from the 30 being in the body and 8 liters coming on the water bottle pockets, the zipper, and the front mesh. The load comfort rating for this pack is about 20 pounds for a comfortable rating. I would say that's probably right. You could probably stretch it a little more. I will say the Kumo straps are slightly comfier, but these have a really cool J strap, kind of like almost a running vest that have perforated holes in them as well, and there's 2 types of cushion on the strap. It definitely feels kind of like a hyperlight pack where it's kind of stiff. It's not as cushiony, but it's awfully supportive at the same time. This pack is made with Gossamer's Riptide Ripstop Robic Nylon 100D thickness material. And like I mentioned before, this pack is super waterproof. I had asked Gossamer if the pack was waterproof, and they highly recommended that in super dense, moist places that you still take a pack liner, which I normally do. And I risked it this time, and I don't believe I had a pack liner on all my stuff, and nothing got wet. And I mean, we were in the rain for like 8 hours, and the pack was soaked on the outside, but nothing leaked through at all, which was really awesome to see because I was kind of unsure because it's not waterproof. Most things that are waterproof still get water in them, and so that was a big win, and it kept all my gear dry. This pack does only come in one size. It's not as much of a variety when it comes to that. So like small, medium, large, XL, a lot of packs have those ranges. For whatever reason, they chose to make this one range, which luckily it kind of fit me perfectly because I was unsure after we got it if that was going to be the case. But it sits right on my hips where I like it to sit. Like I'd mentioned before, the hip belt is removable, just like the other fast packs or the other packs Gossamer makes that are more aligned with ultralight setups. I will say my only complaint about the pack is that the hip belt pockets are smaller than the Kumos, and the Kumos were small. I could fit my phone in the Kumo pockets. I cannot fit my phone in the hip belt pocket, but luckily they've added the mesh on the front of the chest straps, and I use one for my phone and I use one for my trash can and or snacks, and then just load up my hip belt pockets with all the snacks that I'm going to need for the day. Another feature that I actually didn't realize it had until I got the pack was on the water bottle pockets themselves, they have a lock strap. So you pull it really tight and you cinch it, and then you pull it down to lock it in place. So if you're keeping something other than a water bottle in there that doesn't necessarily need to be out or can have a little more protection while not being in the pack, it's super useful because those straps stay in place. They don't come unlocked as you're moving and running. Another really cool feature that I don't believe I saw on the website, they might have been in the video, but I feel like they hit a lot of features on this pack, is the side compression straps. I feel like normally they're either dense or really cheap, and these remind me, well, they are the exact same tie-out points, if you will, or cinch points that are on like the edge of Durston tents that make it super simple to cinch your gear down, and all you do is just tug it, and then to take it off or loosen it, you just lift it. And so it's pretty easy. It doesn't come undone as well. Time will tell because obviously those things kind of stretch and get faded after some years, but I'm not really worried about that in the meantime. So as I mentioned before, this is a frameless pack. It is a smaller pack on the inside. It's 30 liters, And this is not a pack for somebody that's just getting into backpacking that might have bulky gear. It's definitely going to make you really upset if you buy your pack like this and you have a bunch of bulky like REI gear or like super dense synthetic stuff. Um, so that would be a real bummer if you purchased something like this and didn't understand what you're getting yourself into. The pack does have plenty of room. It can fit a BV 450 and the smaller one. I think it's like the Jaunt 325 or 425, something like that. And there's still room in it, which is nice because I don't know if you saw in the video, but I have everything in there. I got my quilt, my pack, shelter, you know, everything in there that is what I'm supposed to be taking. And I still have a lot of room with that roll top. So I think that anything roll top, like I said before, is a big advantage because it allows you to have the pack higher or cinch it down super low. And that's awesome for somebody like me who likes to be organized and compact. So I really like that. Thank you guys again for watching this video. Please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe down below. Let me know if you've tried this pack or if you have something similar. And I can't wait to see you next time. Thanks again.